All right, an old man takes his grandson fishing on a local pond one day. After 20 minutes of fishing, the old man fires up a cigar. The boy asks, Grandpa, can I have a cigar? The old man asks, Son, can your dick touch your asshole? Young boy says, No. Then you can't have a cigar. Another 20 minutes passes and the old man opens a beer. The young boy asks, Grandpa, can I have a beer? The old man asks, Son, can your dick touch your asshole? The young boy says, No. Well, then you can't have a beer. Another 20 minutes passes and the young boy opens a bag of potato chips. The old man asks, Son, can I have some of your chips? The boy asks, Well, Grandpa, can your dick touch your asshole? The old man says, It sure can. The boy says, Well, good. You can go fuck yourself. These are my chips.
Nice.
Hit it.
Welcome to the OF podcast, coming to you from some hellhole in America. Now here are your hosts, David, Ram, and James. Let the pain begin.
Welcome to the OFO podcast. Now, 100% not going to submit to your stupid culture. My name is David. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. And yes, the pervert is back. The pervert is back.
The pervert is back. The pervert is back.
You'll get that joke later on, Ram. I was out last week, even though it was a pre-recorded show. No one really watched either, so who cares? Ram, how are you doing this week?
Doing awesome. Everything's going really good. Glad to be back.
Good to hear. The show just was so awesome without you here. But, you know, James, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right. I'm ready for jokes, bad gifts, and worse decisions. So, you know,
Oh, yes.
it's another week.
No, it's true. Little spoiler for later on the show, there will be no Ram top 10 because he enjoyed the movie so much he refused to do it. But I have something in replace of that these guys are not going to like. So, well, they might. I don't know. Shame.
You never know.
Before we get too
my
much
favorite
into this, let's go over our sponsor. And once again, it is Waking Wild, Book 1.
Book 1 is back on top.
It's back on top. It is grinding it. I am so happy about it. I hear good things. Now, Book 3 is also out. You guys should run out, pick that up. I hear it finishes the story completely good. It's awesome. But I understand there's a new review. So I was going to have Ram go ahead and just read this review for us.
Sure.
Go ahead, Ram. Go ahead and read the review for us.
All right. Wow. Our favorite reviewer, Your Messiah.
Yeah, I know. He just
5 stars.
5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read it.
You must have loved it. Finally, the apocalypse I can get behind and on top of, and maybe sideways if the mutations allow it. Mm-hmm. Look, I came for the post-apocalyptic survivor thriller. I stayed for the extremely dedicated harem management simulator with bonus boss fights. Book 3 of MD King's Waking Wild series is what happens when Mad Max decides to stop being sad and start collecting emotionally available and occasionally trigger-happy badass women who can field strip a rifle faster than you can say Thorn Clan. Our boy is no longer just surviving the end of the world. He's running a highly efficient polycule with better logistics than most small countries. Yes, that's true. That's really true. Those other countries can...
They could suck
Now they can read the books and take notes.
Yes.
The action is nonstop. The spice is nuclear. The emotion depth is surprisingly present between all the gunfire and strategic cuddling. At one point, our hero has to make a split-second decision between defusing a literal bomb or handling a very different kind of explosive situation with 3 of his ladies. Reader, he multitasked like a champion. I stood up and slow clapped in my living room, pantsless. I forgot to add pantsless.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't write this. No.
Yeah. The pros are... harem members continue to have actual personalities instead of just different hair colors and cup sizes. Refreshing. The survival elements feel gritty and real. until someone suggests group morale building exercises that somehow involve fewer clothes than a post-nuke bikini contest. Zero slow moments. If the plot isn't moving, someone is definitely getting horizontal. Sometimes both at once. The cons are my girlfriend now side eyes me every time I say, I need to go handle some clan business, babe. Thanks, MD King. I may have accidentally said for the Thorn clan during an unrelated team meeting at work. My TBR list is now just whatever this man writes next. That's true for me too. And I'm not even mad about it. If you're looking for a high stakes action, found family vibes, and enough steam to power a small generator in the wasteland, this is your series. Book 3 sticks the landing so hard I'm surprised the post apocalyptic dust didn't settle for a week. 5 out of 5 would let the world end again just to read the harem rebuild it with questionable but effective methods. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go scavenge for supplies. My wife knows what that means now. Send help or don't. I'm good. Excellent review. Excellent. I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's a great review. This guy just nails your books, sir. I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. It's just amazing how well he does these book reviews. It's almost like what you've told me. It's almost like he doesn't read it, but he gets it.
It's like he just gets MD King and his work entirety. I think that deserves a small.
Yes, a small class.
Clap for your Messiah, everybody.
Good guy. All right, guys. Well, enough diddle-dallying. It's everyone's favorite part of the show. It's the Twitter files. Go ahead and hit the intro.
It's time for some weird shit on Twitter. It's time for the Twitter files.
All right, guys. So we got some interesting ones for this week. Driver and passenger walk away from a Corvette flipping multiple times. Look at this shit.
Holy shit. Are they able to see what we're seeing?
Yeah, they can see this.
Fucking A.
And Jesus
That
Christ.
vehicle is cartwheeling like nobody's
Look at that. Boom, and whoop.
1, 2, 3, hit the building.
About 4, almost about 3.5, 4.
You know, they go ahead.
That's worthy of an action flick.
I was gonna say they set a world record on James Bond Casino Royale for flipping 8.5 or 9 times.
Really?
That comes pretty close.
If it hadn't hit the building, it might have kept going.
That is pretty impressive. All right, let's see what we got here. Warning, the following story contains graphic details. Okay, so...
I've seen this. What a crazy bitch.
And she literally slashed his face. I don't have the pictures of it, but I saw it. And, they slashed a fucking little boy's face.
Luckily, it didn't look too bad, but still terrifying.
Yeah, he's still going to have a scar on his face. Yeah, there it is, right there. He had it right there around his cheek. So, at least the kid's okay. But this bitch, she's dead. Quickly.
They freeze frame right there. That's where she is unalived. I will say, as far as what happened, I don't know the full story of what happened, of how she got the kid. Apparently, she went in, took the kid with the shopping cart, and the parents were like, "Whoa,
no,
what the hell's going on?"
No. She went in, she stole the knife from Walmart.
Yeah.
Walked out to the parking lot. Brenton, the mother who was pushing the child, and that's where she was holding the child hostage out in the parking lot, and then police arrived.
I would die before I let them take my kid.
I'm the same way, especially stab me, fine. You're not getting my kid. That's just fucking mental illness here in the fucking United States. It's getting worse and worse.
Did she have any connection to the kid at all?
Nope. It was just completely random.
Stranger, random attack.
Yeah, you're right. Mental illness is serious.
And look at her hair.
Honestly, that's an example of why we should bring back asylums.
Yes. Make asylums great again. Right. Now to a weird ass story. Ruby Rose is accused of Katy Perry of sexually assaulting her around 20 years ago. I don't know why she waited 20 years. Perry rubbed her disgusting vagina on her face, causing Rose to vomit. She added that she
Ugh.
filed a police report regarding this incident a few hours ago. Basically, what happens was they were at a party or something like that, and like she was laying down on her friend's lap, Ruby Rose, that is. And according to Rose, Katy Perry walked over there, pulled her panties to the side, and basically teabagged her.
Why?
I don't know.
Because back then, remember, I Kissed the Girl stuff from Katy Perry?
Uh-huh.
I think she was doing the whole lesbian shit, and so she
Yeah,
probably thought she could
probably.
get this other.
Ruby Rose is a lesbian.
I don't even know who
Yeah.
Ruby Rose is. Maybe she assumed that if she did that, Ruby would go for it.
Have you seen what is it, John Wick 2?
Yeah.
She was the mute assassin.
Oh, okay.
She was also Batwoman in that short-lived TV show that they had on the CW.
she looks familiar, but I don't know. I don't follow her.
I mean, she's not ugly.
I think I heard she also came out in Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, which absolutely sucked.
Ugh.
So,
Ugh.
well,
We're gonna make everyone watch that one in November for Grab Bag November, just because
yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody's illegal on stolen tea bags.
But I'm gonna say, I am perfectly happy with Katy Perry like coming out and teabagging you for puss. I'm more than happy with that. If it's clean, and if I find some white cotton in there, I'm gonna
Who
be
she's
like,
with now, and I wouldn't know about that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's
seriously,
messed up.
20 years ago, I got to be honest, I don't care.
Yeah, at that point, why didn't you report it then?
If she was going to come out and talk about it back then, okay, it would be relevant. But 20 years later, I don't freaking care.
I think what happened was, at least from what I saw in the review, or like different news articles, is that this is back when she wasn't famous, Ruby Rose, that is. And after the incident that she, Katy Perry said, well, I'll help you out. I'll bring you over to the United States, because she was a foreigner. I think she's from Australia or something like that. And basically try to help her jumpstart her career, and she did. So I mean, it's the same old Hollywood bullshit. It's where I'm gonna do something horrible. Basically, you're Weinstein.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but this would explain a lot. Trump believes Diet Coke kills cancer.
I mean, unless I hear it from him, the man himself, I
Yeah,
don't know if I can trust him.
There's no secret that the president has a red button on the Oval Office that when pressed delivers his favorite soda. That I actually have heard and seen. I always thought it was for the nukes, but it's for Diet Coke. Okay. Us reveals that Trump argues that diet soda is good for him. It kills grass when it's poured on grass, so therefore it must kill cancer cells inside the body. I haven't heard him say it, so I can't say it, but he does drink a ton of Diet Coke.
He does joke a lot.
Yeah.
I could see him saying something like that as a tease, as a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually believes that.
No.
I don't know if that's even a reputable news source.
No, but you never know. Okay, here we go. To whom it concerns, Congress orchestrated the backroom deal that got Solwell and Gonzalez to resign. Yeah, both of these assholes are gone. They resigned. And thank God. You figured this piece of shit, for one, Eric, he was already busted with a Chinese spy.
Yeah.
And no one did nothing.
Yep.
He was on a committee with top secret information that he was leaking, and nothing happened. But he sexually assaulted some people. I'm like, okay, now that was lied. Not that I'm saying that's bad.
I mean, if I'm in that level of government, if I'm going to have an affair, I'm going to do anything, have a girlfriend, I'm going to have a thorough background check.
Yeah.
On the person. I want them to be thoroughly investigated. You want to make sure that they are not a risk. It's just at that point, you're not just some private in the army, right?
Yeah, no shit.
You have access to really sensitive information.
Have you guys ever watched Head of State with Chris Rock, where he becomes the president?
Yes.
Okay. The blonde chick that plays in there, she's like, oh, we're your whores. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, we got tired of scandals, so we just hired and trained a bunch of specialized whores. They're your concubines. That's what they need to do.
It actually honestly makes sense. I can see why governments like in the Middle East and stuff like that actually have official concubines, if you will.
Yeah.
Because they're thoroughly vetted. It keeps the guy from going out to just getting random chicks that could possibly compromise them. I mean, I don't morally agree with it, but I agree with it as far as if the guy's going to do that anyway, you might as well.
Hey, the way my sex life is going, my tax dollars are going to that. I am perfectly happy with it. As long as I get a concubine at least once a month, I'm a happy camper.
Like I say, they need to have a relaxation specialist at work.
I mean, was he complicit or was he just oblivious?
Completely. All right.
I mean, you gotta. If she starts asking you questions that no girl's ever asked you, so how's work going? Anything cool or interesting going on? Nobody's ever asked him that before.
Like, what's your password for your top secret laptop?
Yeah,
What? Nothing. I was asking, did you want chicken chow mein for dinner?
I need copies of your thumbprint for no reason.
Yeah, no.
I'm doing an art project.
I would assume that somebody like a spy that he was with, they wouldn't necessarily get the information directly from him, but you could use listening devices and other tracking devices to try and get.
Have you seen her, the spy he was with? He was pretty fucking cute.
Yeah.
And the dude was married. I think he's still married.
I mean, they typically, that's how they get people.
Honeypot.
Yeah. All right, moving on, guys. This one's fucking horrible. This monster strangled his 11-month-old baby to death. How about we don't release him? We don't keep housing him. We don't pay for his sex change surgery. Solution: swift death penalty. Basically, this guy.
What's wrong with his eyes?
I don't know, retarded. Transgender baby murderer freed from prison 30 years early amid speculation. Indiana state officials did not want to pay his cosmetic surgery. Basically, they didn't want to pay for his sex change operation, so they were just like, we'll just release him.
That doesn't make sense. You just don't pay for the sex change operation. You just refuse.
It's lawmakers who pass shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I have heard that before when I used to work at the prison. That this stuff was like fairly new, the whole transgender thing. This was like 2015, 2016.
So
they were like, yeah, the taxpayers they legally have to do it. The prison has to provide those services for them.
Yeah, they really need to change that, and that's one of the things I think we need to.
It's more fraud and waste. I mean, I can understand, like, for dentistry, someone's got a cavity or something like that, but a PP surgery, no.
Medical.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, person gets cancer. I don't even have a problem with them paying for the cancer because they're in prison.
I do if they're on death row.
they're on death row.
I mean, like, who gives a fuck? You're gonna die.
Yeah, or if they're in there for life. It's just gonna come a little sooner than you thought.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's message Trump on X and be like, hey, can we?
Yeah, no kidding.
This stupid bullshit.
Let's see what else we
like
got.
That's not life-saving medical care. That's luxury stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, has declassified memos exposing the 2019 Trump impeachment scam. The documents exposed so-called whistleblower who launched the entire Ukraine hoax. Eric is something. Similia?
Sarah.
Something. He was a registered Democrat who worked closely with Joe Biden on Ukraine, admitted he had zero direct knowledge of Trump's perfect phone call with Zelensky, literally apologized to investigators for misleading the probe, had potential for bias, this was kept secret during the Democrat witch hunt in which they treated the allegations against Trump as the undisputed truth.
Which we all knew was fake.
Yep. We all knew it was fake.
I was just listening about that this morning from, Nick Fritas? He's actually really cool.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter. He's got some really good takes. I mean, there's a couple of things I don't like, but I mean, there's really no one out there I agree with 100%. Yeah. I agree with Alex Jones on a lot of stuff, but I still think he's a fucking nutball.
He's the former Green Beret, not to be mistaken with the other Nick. He was just talking about that, and in great detail this morning. I thought that's absolutely, people need to be prosecuted for that stuff.
They do, but it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. This one's funny. A North Carolina company that says adult novelty products is recalling 2 chocolate products found to contain potentially life-threatening amounts of prescription drug ingredients. And what was it? Viagra. Okay.
Somebody dropped their stash.
No. This company does make erotic chocolate, and it actually has infused Viagra. Mm-hmm. They put too much in the chocolate. So that 4-hour hard-on became like 4 days. So they just put too much. I know this only because, I buy some. I hand them out around, Halloween. I think it's a great thing. The kids want their chocolate. And hey, I need mom and dad to have something fun to watch. Have fun with the Halloween too. You know, the kid goes to sleep. It's like, Daddy, I can't go to sleep. I'm putting a hole in the wall. So am I, son. So am I.
You're gonna get us in so much trouble.
But yeah, it's fucked up. But it is what it is. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here's a good little video we can watch.
That guy's definitely not.
Hey, thank you for bringing Sharia law to the United States.
It's not Sharia. Islam allows abortion, brother.
What an idiotic
Sharia
thing to
allows
say.
abortion.
Grow up, dude.
You're paying to be here, so.
I'm getting paid right now.
Oh, you're a staff member. Oh, I thought you were a student.
Your staff. This goal has been a joke. My goodness.
I like this
Sharia
guy.
law allows abortion up to 120 days, about 4 months. So don't call it Sharia law, right?
That guy doesn't know anything about anything. Jacob.
Killed him in the womb. That's all we're saying. Or should
I have read many stories of women who, the doctors know this fucking baby's gonna grow. They can't abort it because the law says so. There's countless stories.
Dude, hold on. I don't need to interrupt. I researched that. Fully. That is entirely propaganda.
I have read many stories in Florida and Texas.
Yeah, it's called CNN.
Ever been
Yeah.
Look at the rate of women and issues due to complications due to pregnancy. They're over like 50%.
It's below 1%.
Seriously.
Say that you can't get miscarriage care. That's totally. That's fear tactic propaganda from people that have aborted babies, feel guilty about it, and want to make up arguments to justify what they've done. It's like men who've been in relationships and then have actually impregnated women and don't want to man up and be responsible and care for those children, actually want stuff like that to be true so they can justify their homicidal selfishness.
Homicide. That's you guys have.
And by the way,
one thing.
you gulped when I talked about the man who aborted a child just a second ago, when I said all this propaganda is invented and embraced and then spread by people who have carried out the act of killing their own
This
children.
dude looks like a pedo, or at least a date rapist.
I just want to say I noticed that you gulped. So I'm kind of
That's not.
yeah. I noticed that you gulped. I'm wondering
Let me say one thing.
if I can ask you directly, have you ever
yes.
been told I am pregnant and then told her you need to get an abortion? Have you ever done that?
No, I've never. My girlfriend, we've had false alarms. I can't fucking take care of a kid.
So you've never had an abortion.
I never had
So your views on abortion are not related.
Maybe his parents should have had the abortion before he was born. Just saying.
And everybody who says, "Oh, we need to ban abortion," when it's their daughter, when it's their wife, and they don't want a kid, they always do it. Look at fucking President Trump.
That's not an argument. That's an assumption. And we think those people are wrong, right?
We're not on board with Trump with that.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I'm just.
You want to have a serious conversation, or you just?
I said my
Drive by.
piece. You guys say your piece. We're never gonna.
Well, try not to lie about things, okay? Or embrace lies in order to justify homicidal actions in your life.
Look, as far as abortion goes, I'm kind of on the fence on it. I think if someone was having an abortion and it was due to like rape or incest, yeah, I agree they should be able to have that right. But it's because they're a massive whore, then, I mean, there's plenty of people out there that are desperate for a child.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up for adoption. A lot of people will pay you for this.
Well, yeah, it's true. But like the exceptions that you just mentioned, that's always where they first go. That's not what they mean.
Yeah, and
They
and the
want-
percentage of that is like so
Yeah, it's
small.
literally
It's
1%
not.
less.
It's like I think it's not even 2%.
Yeah, it's it's a lot. The last I checked, it was under 1, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it can fluctuate from year to year. But like Poland is a great example of this. They outlawed abortion across the nation for everything except rape and incest. Now, I don't agree with it for that either because they're still babies, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Public opinion within a couple of years changed. It went from 70 to 80% pro-abortion through 70 to 80% against. Because why? People had to start taking responsibility for their actions.
Yeah.
And, and that's it. And you're right. Abortions went down to 1 to 2%. And one of the things is you can't just claim it. You can't just say, oh, I was raped and therefore I can get an abortion. There has to be a police report. You can't just pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't just regret your decisions and then be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm just gonna say I was raped."
But he said he pulled out.
Yeah, and that's what people will do. So yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, when people don't realize they're literally have destroyed entire generations or half of generations. Millions have been killed.
Yeah.
In this country alone, and then we wonder, why do they think they have to bring in so many outsiders? It's because we stopped having kids, we stopped having families. It's really an important issue,
and we've had this discussion before, and I feel really strongly like there should be an exception. And one of the ones I feel really strongly about is there's something severely medically wrong happening, and
if the life of the woman's in danger for it, I also agree with that.
And they say like we have a chance to save the mother, but if she goes through with this, there's a high likelihood that both her and the baby will not survive.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. If there's a severe medical defect in the baby and they absolutely horrifying, they're gonna have to be on life support. There's severe brain damage. The baby will never know anything and never be aware of the surroundings or the world. They'll just be hooked up to machines that are they're just a heartbeat. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I agree
with that.
Right. Yeah, and then see that's the thing though. When you have those exceptions, and I can actually fully understand that. That's not ever what they want.
Yeah,
they only use that to get people to say, "Oh yeah, there is a time when it's okay to kill a baby." And then once you say that it's okay to do that,
didn't they go to Congress about this before, where they were trying to pass a law, something similar to this, where they were just going to completely outban it, except for those things, because that's what Democrats were basically preaching on, like, and then when they drew up a bill for it, saying, okay, we have all those things you set in place, and they still refused to sign it. That just shows you how hypocritical they are.
And they knew it wouldn't pass because it was basically to prove the point that that's not really what they want. They don't actually want to just have those safe, rare, and whatever under limited circumstances. It's really they want it, across the board.
I can't support the girl that just wants to get railed in a weekend by 30 dudes and then she ends up getting pregnant and be like, well, I'm not responsible enough. I'm just going to kill the baby. Like, no, I can't support that. You made those choices. You're going to have to live with that.
And not only
if you can't handle it, give it up for adoption.
Not only that, but I mean, they have like the day after pill. Yeah. So if you're fear like, oh my God, I might be pregnant, or I might be after last night, you can go down. A lot of places will give it to you free of charge.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because this all goes into a larger cultural issue. We have the collapse of marriage, collapse of relationships, right? We have somewhere around 50% of the population on state aid of one form or another. Women having multiple kids with multiple daddies, no stable homes, right? But we also have a population collapse. We're no longer replacing our population. So the day after pill is only increasing that, because people that would have otherwise went ahead and had the kid, or, at least most likely, or a good chance of, or now they just go get a pill.
Yep.
And then it's over. So, that of course included with contraceptions and all of that, but it's gotten so bad, we're no longer replacing our population. So just on our path as a society, we are on a path of self-destruction.
Yeah,
this is not sustainable. We will be replaced by another civilization at some point, simply because of that one issue, not even counting all the other issues that we have. And we have a lot of them. Just that one issue is societal.
Not only that, I mean, look at the COVID vaccine. They already have studies that says, one, it makes men impotent. It causes miscarriages in women. It's almost like, And if you notice, like most of the world, like not the third world, they didn't get forced to do any of that shit. When they were importing immigrants over from like other third world countries into the US, they didn't force them to get a freaking immunization. So the more and more they talk about this whole replacement theory, the more and more it's like, what the fuck? That this almost seems plausible now. So, okay.
Frustrating.
Enough.
I'll shut up.
All right, I had to watch it. Now you do too. Okay, guys. So this is gonna be disgusting. All right, let me just mute that. Let's see. Me not regretting disowning my family members that voted for Trump. I will continue to not support ICE, that piece of shit in Washington, and anyone that supports him. This bitch looked like she ate her family. I don't know about disowning. I think she just de-skinned and maybe had a barbecue.
She also has a septum piercing.
Oh yeah. She got the bull ring on there.
She's disgusting.
Yeah.
And this is the person where she's probably on disability because she's so fucking fat she can't even get out her fucking doorway. So not shocked. Here we go. Eric Swalwell, you know.
I do not suggest to you in any way that I'm perfect or that I'm a saint. I've certainly made mistakes in judgment in my past. But those mistakes are between me and my wife. And to her, I apologize deeply for putting her in this position. I also apologize to you if in any way you have doubted your support for me.
This is his actual speech, by the way.
I do not suggest to you
I love that. Let's see here. Let's see here. This one I think I've shown before, but it's still funny as shit.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account
only Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's like, I know, I just fucked up.
Yeah, get your facts straight. don't say women. Say the one in particular.
Mentioning of which, the bitch that said that she was never coming back is back in the U.S. now.
Yeah.
Oh my God! All these people is like, oh, they realize they go overseas and they're like, this place sucks.
Yeah, it isn't better there.
There's no freedom here.
There's no freedom here. Let's see here. Furious dad Glenn Cromwell Jr. spots Afghan migrant
Yusuf Azami.
The 59-year-old charged with kidnapping, lewdness, and raping a 14-year-old girl in a Las Vegas courthouse. Without hesitation, the father punches him hard, slamming to the ground in raw vigilante fury before cops and bystanders pull him off. Yeah, let's look at this. Like, oh yeah. Oh, he's a corn-fed motherfucker. Did you see he pushed him fucking his boom on the ground?
Damn.
That's a big dude.
I will say that one thing about that, like black guys that are actually family men and shit like that, they don't put up with that crap. They don't, and those are the ones you got to be afraid of,
right?
Because Jesus Christ. But he got what he deserved. Good for him. Now this one is kind of fucked up. In 2014, a 23-year-old Ashley Gable Huff was pulled over in Georgia. Police found a spoon with red residue, and a field drug test said it was meth. It was basically meth. Ashley swore it was just leftover SpaghettiO sauce from lunch. Unable to pay bail, she spent a full month in jail, lost her job at the Waffle House, because of course, and missed her child's birthday. 1 month later, the state crime lab tested it properly and confirmed it was nothing but tomato sauce.
That is an issue with the field tests. They're not always accurate.
No.
Yeah,
but how do you get meth from SpaghettiOs?
They could be faulty tests. It could have just been the cop being like, yeah, that it's. I kind of see it. Maybe let's just say
test it again. I mean, that's what happens. Like, I've seen people get drug tested and it fails, or it's like pops positive for everything. Like, let's run it again.
The problem I have with something like that is that she should have just been like, okay, if the lab results come back, we're just gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. I think that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she was white, so she wasn't black. So, you know, cops had to do their actual job.
See, there, Ram. I think you should see what about local laws or state laws, or what they say and stuff like that, and then propose that kind of thing. So it's like something like that. If she's not an immediate danger to anybody,
yeah, like zero criminal history,
no criminal history. You see something like that. Okay, well, this is coming back as meth, but you don't see a freaking thing of meth sitting there. It's a residue on a spoon.
And she has all of her teeth,
right?
So
the things don't match. Okay, well, we're gonna do all of this, write it up, do all of that, send her home, send it in for the lab. If the lab comes back as positive, then issue a warrant. That is a perfect solution to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ram for Congress.
Seriously, there are some things like that. Simple solution.
Yeah, exactly. It's not her fault that the lab is backed up and it took them a whole month to properly test it.
Well, at least I don't think she was in jail for that whole month. So, But still, it's a Waffle House. But it was something like that. I guarantee she sued.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I would.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I'm not even sue her, but I would sue for that.
Yeah, I would sue the cop by name and the department and the lab probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. The lab came back and got her out, but they could have done a faster job.
Right.
I mean, what if there was an actual SpaghettiO stuck to the spoon and they're still like, nah, it's drugs.
Hey, it's SpaghettiO meth. It's the new way to like entice kids.
That's how
Because
they
kids
hide
love those SpaghettiOs.
That's how they hide the drugs.
That's how they hide the drugs.
I didn't even know you could get in trouble for residue.
Yeah. Like if you get pulled over in Texas, like say for example, and this is pretty much anywhere else, and let's say you've been doing cocaine and you got the baggie still with you, but it's got no cocaine in it, but it's got that residue. If they test the bag and it's got residue in it and it pops up positive, it's the same as if you got it.
Interesting.
The problem that I have with that is that if there was no paraphernalia, they should have done a urinalysis at least or something.
Something.
And like okay, she says it's not. She doesn't have a criminal history. Like there's nothing else in the car that says that this should be meth. The field test could be wrong. Test it again, maybe. Give her a drug test. It will then, if everything's clear, we'll just release her. Get her information, release her. See what the lab has to say with the proper test. If it comes back as dirty, we'll just issue a warrant and be like, hey, you're sorry.
I mean, she works at the Waffle House. I guarantee they probably all know her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that was your Twitter files for this week. Interesting stories. Fun, sad, but always entertaining. All right, guys, well, moving right along, it is time for the question of the week. And, boy, we have a great sponsor. As you know, I just came back from my trip. And when I go up north to see my daughter, I always go to Buc-ee's. I always spend a bunch of money at Buc-ee's. Mm-hmm. So we talked to the guys and us, talked about it, and we're like, okay, we need to make something that rips off Buc-ee's. And we're afraid we're going to get sued, but you know what? I think we're so under the radar, they're not going to want to do anything. So
please don't sue
me. We don't have anything on it.
So just like Trump made America great again and Buc-ee's made gas stations great again, we're making S&M great again. So hit the commercial for Buc-ee's.
Just like Buc-ee's made gas stations great again, the OFO crew is going to make S&M great again with their brand new store, Fuckies. Come on in to get all your S&M equipment, adult toys, and leather. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Maybe we should just stop trying to create businesses at this point. Why are we even trying?
Oh man, I'm telling you, sir, we need to pick better locations. I mean, the steamroller just came in out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. By the way, you look great in those fucking fishnet shirts, sir. You look amazing. You really work out, sir. Not a problem. All right. So the question of the week is, what is the most unusual gift you've ever given or received?
Tough question.
The most unusual gift I've ever received. Back in my single days, I had this one night stand with a girl, and I told her, I have this thing planned with my best friends. I'm going to be away for a weekend, and I'm not going to have my phone. And when I came back, she wanted to give me a gift for my birthday, and the gift was a Moby Dick condom from Spencer's Gifts. It was about this fucking big around.
So it's a small condom for me.
Yeah. Extra small for you.
Extra small.
Gravy flavored, if you remember the movie. Thanksgiving. And a bag of dick-shaped candies. And I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say? And apparently she was really upset that I was gone for a whole weekend without my phone. And that was the weirdest fucking gift anybody's like, you could have fucking said something. Could have talked to me like a fucking adult.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I had an incident with my girlfriend just recently where she just like, we're planning the trip to go see up to some concerts. This is why I was gone last week. And like the day before, she messaged me telling me, oh, she can't go. And I'm like, you couldn't have just fucking called me? And then her excuse was that, I was afraid. Of what? Am I going to reach over the phone and strangle you or something like that? Granted, I wish I did have that superpower because there's so many people I would love to call. But not that. I'm like, but yeah, women are fucking stupid.
Irrational, emotional sometimes.
They can all eat a bag of dicks. Oh, the majority of
Just
them.
fucking weird.
They're all batshit crazy. James, I know you have nothing, but
I got nothing really. I mean, I guess so. I have to pull up something like the gifts that Dave gave me. Yeah, the Fallout ones with the caps. That was freaking cool. That was unusual. I've never gotten a gift like that. I mean, don't really get women as gifts anymore. I mean, although I did have my girlfriend once. She wrapped herself up a little bit, put a bow around her and a ribbon, and sat under a Christmas tree in her lingerie. So that was fun. That was an interesting gift.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, but that just doesn't happen anymore. So I'll go with the Fallout gifts. That was pretty cool.
And then David, you're just out of this world. You beat us all out of the park with the gifts that you give are so fucking weird and out of pocket. Go ahead, tell them.
They're freaking awesome.
Let's see. The most unusual gift I've ever given or received.
Fleshlight, probably.
Right.
Herpes. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and I get to give it. I get to re-gift it every time I try. I don't know. I think the weirdest thing I've ever I've never really received any weird gifts because people know not to fuck with me because I'm gonna do 10 full back.
Yep.
But back in the day, my best friend was my best friend. For his birthday, I got him some assless chaps.
Of course.
And a thong that had a patch on the front that says "Home of the Whopper." That was pretty damn funny. And the assless chaps were actually expensive. They were like real leather. I mean, I spent money on this. So, and of course, you guys have seen what I give my son-in-law every Christmas and his birthday. By the way, his birthday is coming up. So, fun times. I've already got, all I could say is think Pulp Fiction.
Fun.
I can't even begin to think what it could possibly be because you're so weird with your gifts.
Well, I told my daughter what I'm thinking about getting him, and she's like, "Oh God, what if the kids find it?" I was like, "It's even more fun. The kids can have fun with it."
Getting a doll that looks like Uma Thurman or whatever.
A ball gag or a gimp suit or something.
Yeah, right.
You're on the same page, sir. You're on the same page. All right, that was your question of the week. So we got 2 more wonderful Saturdays. Well, after today, 1 more. So we have a spoof movie to play because it's Aprilspoofs. Spoofs. Go ahead and hit the intro for Aprilspoofs. All right, guys. So this week, I forced these guys to watch the new Naked Gun movie. This was filmed just last year. It's following in his father's footsteps. A detective works to solve a murder case and save his police department from closure. As people have been watching us since the beginning, which, let's face it, no one's watching us now. We talked about this movie before it came out because we actually reviewed Naked Gun, the original, last year around Aprilspoofs. And it's rare for me, so make sure you save this on YouTube. You make a GIF out of it or whatever. Something. I was wrong. This movie is fucking great. I was so scared they were gonna fuck it up completely. I was like, Leslie Nielsen to this fucking
Liam Neeson.
I was like, no, just no. And I was shocked. This movie is great.
Yep.
What did you think about it?
Fantastic. I'm so glad to see that style of comedy hasn't completely died out. I loved the whole thermal vision gag.
Yeah.
With Pamela Anderson and the dog and shit.
I would still nail Pamela Anderson, by the way.
Hilarious. A lot of the comedy, the goofiness of it, stayed true to the original Naked Gun, which I really liked. I loved it. I was enjoying it so much I didn't even do Ram's Top 10 because I was like, I don't need to make fun of this movie. It's so hilarious and good.
It's one of those movies that just takes you out of your mind. So you're not actually thinking of shit while you're just you're in the moment watching it.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. I was not distracted.
Yeah,
I actually could keep watching it.
Yeah, it was great.
The nods that Leslie Nielsen made to Liam Neeson made to Leslie Nielsen's original character Frank Drebin, he would say things like, "Oh man, she was so hot. She had a body that carried her head around." Something stupid and hilarious. It catches you by surprise and off guard. I really loved it.
The big question is, we all love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think was better? This one? It's not a remake. It's a sequel. What did you think? The original Naked Gun or the new sequel, The Naked Gun? Which one was better? I still got to go with the original. The original was it was amazing. It still is. Yeah. But this one, it's almost on par. Yeah, maybe a step back, just a small one. But other than that, it's right up there. Yeah. I liked it more than the other two sequels.
Definitely better than the sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the original is on equal footing, if not slightly higher than this new one.
I would agree.
I mean, there's so many scenes that are in this new one that are just funny as shit. Like when they're doing the interrogation thing, when they build the fake hospital, and then it just keeps changing. Like, oh, I'm internal affairs. Oh, I'm the feds. Oh, I'm
OSHA. I'm with OSHA.
Like, what the fuck? That was hilarious. Of course, they did the silhouette gag as well, and like they're in the apartment cleaning the oven. The guy's like looking in the window. It looks like he's jerking off. So that was fucking awesome too. Was there any scenes that stood out to you guys?
Good or bad?
Either one.
Either one. Yeah.
I didn't really find any bad ones in there.
Yeah, it's not even the ones that I would put on the negative side or on the con side were still actually good scenes. Yeah, like when the bank scene where he goes in as a little girl and like that I mentioned to this case earlier, it was a good scene. However, it kind of distracted from the original in that it's more of a superpower scene.
Yeah,
I mean, he literally was a little girl and suddenly stands up and he changes his face and he eats a gun. Oh, come on, that's superpower stuff.
Yeah,
that's not that's not. I'm incompetent and therefore, but everything goes right anyway somehow. So that definitely kind of was a step back in a way, but it still was funny.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So
it was funny, but I mean that's one of the reasons. Like when we were talking about this movie last year, I saw that trailer for it. And I was like, this is going to be fucking stupid,
right?
And I still don't like this scene. Luckily, the rest of the movie did come together just wonderful. It's funny as shit. I did find it was funny that Dave Bautista made a cameo. He was just a stand-in for him, and he was like, "Man, I fucked up the lines, man." And then, like, literally 3 seconds later, he's getting beaten the shit out of, and he's like, "I'm not even in this movie." It was funny to see Bautista like that.
There were so many of them. I think the scene that stood out the most was the thermal vision scene. It's just hilarious. I like the weird gag. So they're trying to pull the car that's been wrecked in the lake, and the crane is one of those crane games that you see at the arcade, and they end up dropping it because that always happens at the arcade to people, and everybody's like, no.
I like the body cam footage scene where he's like, go fast this. And it's basically him shitting his pants. So
it's like, I had 5 more chili dogs the same day.
Obviously, there is no nudity in this, although Pamela Anderson's rack she's like 50, but her tits are like 20. So that works. I'm happy with that. What'd you guys, star rating, what do you guys get this movie?
4 1/4.
Really? You do no top of 10, but you're not going to give it a 5?
Well, I mean, it wasn't as good as the originals.
You could still have a 5 out of 5 movie, even though it doesn't compare to the original.
You know what? I really did like Pamela Anderson's. Just like, she did a great job. I wouldn't have ever expected her to
be good at comedy.
To be really good at comedy like she did. I don't know if she practiced or if she's just naturally funny.
Have you seen her other roles, sir? I mean, they're all funny, and unintentionally so.
Well, yeah, this was intentional, and it actually surprised me. I think I'll give it another 0.5, so 4.75.
4.75. What about you, James?
I was actually thinking something similar, like around a 4.5, 4.8. I'll even go for 4.8. Just that initial scene is, I'm going to knock off a little bit for that, but the rest is so good. I still like it.
To keep up with the trend, I would give it a 4.85. So we do like increments of like 0.05. God damn.
I'll take it.
Great movie. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and go out and rent it, or yeah, you should because it's already out. You can go and rent it. It's great as far as with the originals sequels. So I actually hope they make another one. We didn't even talk about the ending scene. The ending scene was fucking amazing. Like everyone froze. Like,
What the heck?
what's wrong with everyone? I thought that was pretty funny.
Pamela Anderson, what did she say? Wake up, you son of a bitch.
I thought it was funny too. Although I was trying to think, are they trying to say something about it? Is it hinting at a sequel, or are they trying to say that breaking the fourth wall kind of thing?
That's exactly what it is. Because you know how like those movies, they just kind of end on a freeze frame. It's like they weren't frozen, everyone else wasn't. What the fuck?
It was funny.
All right, well, normally this would be where we do Ram's top 10 out of context spots. However, he enjoyed the movie so much, he didn't do it, so we're going to give him a pass. Besides, I have something interesting for the guys to have fun with.
Oh, no kidding.
So,
what is it? What is it this time?
First things first.
There going to be another possum-flavored bullshit.
Sir, I have something. These are
nice.
Jolt Colas. They brought them back. That one's the original I gave him, and this is root beer because old James, he has tried Jolt Cola before. Yeah. So I figured it'd be fun to let these guys try them.
You a big fan of licorice?
Used to be.
Licorice?
It's like the main flavor ingredient in root beer.
Oh, really? I thought it was vanilla.
You never noticed?
No, it's all I understood it was vanilla.
I mean, vanilla might be in there, but licorice is like the main note in root beer.
And now, for something for them to eat so they can use the Jolt Cola to wash it down. Jelly beans. And not just any jelly beans.
Full of Viagra.
These are KFC jelly beans. Nice. They are flavored gravy, sweet corn, and fried chicken.
I actually might not mind that.
Oh, yes, you will. So, individually, they have one of each. And I haven't even tried these. I've only smelt them and got awful. I feel like I'm going to throw up. So, we could try it. Let's try the one that's really, really yellow. Because that one I hear is okay. Well, like almost white.
Why wouldn't we save that for
the white?
Because that one's going to be the least offensive one.
Show me the one that you have. So
it's like, it's almost white.
This one?
Or
this one?
I don't know. I think it might be that one.
Yeah.
Why is mine different from yours?
They all look weird.
Are you pranking
no.
me?
How about look at mine?
Is my dick gonna start foaming or something?
Yes, possibly. All right, let's try it. Come on, guys. Tastes like kind of cornish.
Yeah.
No, this is not good.
Okay. All right. Well, then the next one, not the one with the spots, because that one I think is I think that's the gravy one.
I had to spit that out. That's pretty gross.
Well, they gotta get worse, sir. All right. So, like, this is the gravy one. It's the one that looks almost like brownish yellow. Wow. Oh. Yuck.
Kind of just like old chicken.
Yeah.
That might be the chicken one. Yuck.
Both of mine tasted the same. Tastes like you stuck a straw in the grease trap, and that's exactly what it tastes like.
Ugh. Okay.
These are not good.
Yeah, no, I knew they weren't going to be good.
When will you learn? And stop wasting your money on these weird gifts that you bring to us.
Well, yes, I call them gifts.
Why would KFC put their name on that? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. That's the last one, guys.
Nope. Same.
Nope. Yuck.
That one's worse than the other two.
Oh, God. Ugh. It feels like I was eating a dirty sock.
No.
Rolled in shit.
I can describe exactly what that tastes like. That tasted like the chemical rags that they used to wipe down the grill after they clean it.
Throw this away,
disgusting.
please.
Yeah,
that was worse than the other two.
That was the fried chicken one.
All right. It's time to have some Jolt Cola and hopefully clean my palate. Because that was fucking awful.
Oh, yeah.
Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. I think my dick will start foaming. And
Nah.
I'll have a
I think my
seizure.
balls have actually receded so far up into my abdomen that I now have a vagina.
That was fucking gross.
Ugh.
Jolt Cola's not bad though.
So that must be what they do with their waste. They turn them
Us-
into jelly beans.
Hey, why are we throwing it away? We can make them into jelly beans.
Increase our profits by 0.0001%, and we just start selling the grease from the
Ugh.
traps and say that they're jelly beans.
Ugh, Jesus Christ, that was
Disgusting.
horrible.
Yeah. It was gross.
So what do you guys think of the Jolt Colas?
Jolt Cola's not bad.
It's fine.
Those jelly beans are fucking disgusting.
Yeah. How's the root beer?
Root beer's good.
Yeah.
I've had better root beer, but it's not bad.
Yeah, like I said, when I tried it the other day, because I never tried the root beer, and I was like, oh, it's not bad. It's not the worst root beer I've ever had or the best, but it's all right.
Yeah.
These are different than the original Jolt Colas that they came out back in like in the 80s and 90s. There's no sugar in them. They're basically almost like an energy drink now, but they still have all the caffeine. There's 200 milligrams of caffeine on it. But the original thing was, their slug was double the sugar and it basically equates to 2 cups of coffee. So they even have a warning on these damn cans now. It says, warning, drink only 1 can per day. So, I mean, I got spit and everything all over my damn keyboard. Oh my God.
Along with semen.
Yeah, well.
And other fluids.
That's right, sir.
There's
a reason they call me the cum guzzler, sir. They call me the cum guzzler.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. It wouldn't be my go-to drink. But it doesn't taste bad.
I gave one to Brandon earlier this week because he always brings me a Red Bull on Tuesday for some weird ass reason. And he opened it up. I think it was like Wednesday. He's like, I just hear him yell, "Hey!" I'm like, "What? This is a cola." I was like, "It's called Jolt Cola. What the fuck did you expect it to taste like?"
High performance energy drink. That's what it says on the can.
Yeah, it's just like it's a soft drink basically, except with a fuck ton of caffeine and vitamins. So yeah, I'm switching from Red Bull to this. So I bought like 2 cases of a case of that and about a case of the root beer.
Yeah.
Because I want things to go heart attacky.
Well, 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, you don't need coffee anymore, sir. Just drink that.
If you have too much, they're gonna have to take you away in an ambulance.
Even more fun. I get a free trip to the hospital. But can they stop at a hostel?
Or they might take you away in a helicopter.
Free helicopter ride.
Or you could just be taken away to a mental asylum.
It could be, but it's not time for James's takeaway yet.
No.
We still have douchebag of the week.
Ah, come on.
Good idea. Bad timing.
No.
All right, guys. Well, it's time for the douchebag of the week. Go ahead and hit the intro.
This is the douchebag. I said douchebag of the week.
All right, guys. Douchebag of the week is going to be kind of an interesting one this week. These are things that have been pissing me off is culture. Because everyone's saying, oh, you're racist. You don't want these immigrants coming into your country and everything. I don't care if they come into our country. My problem is that their fucking culture is what's causing all this fucking headaches, death, and murder. So there's a couple of little things here. Survivor's courage leads to a 13-year jail sentence for the man that raped and abused her. You try that one.
Aftab Zulfikar.
You still do a better job.
No fixed address, so he's homeless.
Maybe.
Or he's a vagabond. Was sentenced at Manchester Minshall Street Crown Court yesterday. So this is in the UK.
Yep.
Zulfikar raped her on multiple. Who's her? It doesn't even say.
No, they're not gonna show her.
Raped her on multiple occasions, exploiting the trust of their relationship and manipulating her into believing the abuse was not rape.
This was like a young kid. I'm guessing probably something like
really underage.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But yeah, he immigrant, and that's his culture.
I'm surprised they prosecute him because England's been having a lot of problems with that kind of thing, and they've been avoiding prosecutions, pushing things away.
Mm-hmm.
It's people's cultures. You cannot raise someone up. It's the same thing me and my friend Larry always says. If you tell your son or daughter when they're a little child and just embed into them that dogs go meow and cats go woof, and you embed that into them every single day of their life. When they grow up and someone challenges that fact, they'll die on that hill because they're going to believe that's exactly what it is. They believe that they're right and you're wrong. And that's what all these people are. You're raising a culture of people getting raped and that being acceptable and killing gay men and everything like that, throwing them off rooftops. Guess what? That's their culture. They're going to do it. They're not going to change because of it either.
It simply isn't compatible with the West.
No, it's not compatible with anyone. Look what the fuck they're doing to the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking what? Ireland just had a big protest and shit because like all those farmers are out there are starving while like their tax dollars and shit like that are all going to fucking illegals. Well, I guess legals over there, whatever.
They're just importing them.
Let's see here. This is Judge Maggie Scott. She let child rapist Daniel Chitzlak, who raped a 12-year-old girl, walk free from her courtroom. But guess what, folks? Not only that, she gave him an absolute discharge despite him pleading guilty. What? She also sparked outrage by praising Algerian rapists, and good luck with that, for
Hamadachi Hamas.
there you go, for settling in Britain and setting up a hairdressing business. She said that the predator deserved credit for overcoming his very difficult background to becoming a successful business owner in Scotland.
Wow, Scotland too? Scotland's in trouble now?
All these fucking UK, the only one I heard that is Poland. That's it.
Yeah,
Poland's the only one over there.
They don't let the refugees in.
Can't we just call them what they are? They're third world scum.
They have an actual border, and they don't let those types of people in.
All right. Another Mohammed convicted of sex attacks on Britain's children. You'll notice a lot of this is coming from Britain. Zana something Mohammed, age 48, from Huddersfield, was jailed at Leeds Crown Court after pleading guilty to sexual offenses, including sexual activity with a child committed in 2011. He was sentenced to, get this, 62 months.
So 5 years, 2 months.
In custody for 5 sexual activities with a child offenses and 4 counts of making indecent photographs of children. So he had kiddie porn too. He fled to Iraq during the investigation. Shocker.
So he was sentenced but fled. And he's not in custody.
Nope. Okay. Man who identifies as a Muslim woman says he is looking for a boyfriend. Not a Zionist from the Berber culture, Muslim or open to converting. They would kill him.
They would kill him.
I don't get that. I don't understand why gays and transgenders are like...
Because they don't know. They don't do the research.
They literally are throwing gays off the top of buildings. There's videos. It takes like 5 seconds to do a Google search. Although, I will say at first glance, it did kind of look like a trick. So
No, it didn't.
It kind of did. I did see an Adam's apple, but then I see that was right there. So, you know, it could be I'm just really lonely. Probably. At this point, James is looking good. So
look at the bone structure: the brow, cheekbones, jawline.
She's got dimples, though.
That's a man.
No, it's real to me, damn it.
No, that's clearly a man.
Oh, okay. Well, moving on.
Slap lipstick on a pig, it doesn't make it your date unless you're into that shit.
Well, I am from Hillbilly, Tennessee, sir, but it's for sheep. Muslim people make a difference. They help government. They grow economy. They help young people with education. They do charity, and they are generous. They have made, are making, that's a weird sentence, and will continue to make enormous contribution to British culture and society.
No, they won't. Fundamentally, just on paper, they are good people and a good culture. There are extremists, however, and criminals within the Muslim community that just ruin it for the rest of them.
Same thing I say about here in the United States with black people. I mean, black people, there are a lot of them are hardworking people and everything else, But the vast majority of them that are committing all this heinous shit is running it for them.
You see, I actually disagree with him on that.
Oh, really?
Because it goes down to core text.
Okay.
Islamic culture is like any nation. You have the vast majority that are just living day to day, right? Now, that sounds pretty mundane, but their day to day is not the same as our day to day.
Oh no, completely not.
So they have base ideologies that are completely incompatible. For example, where does all this violence come from? It's not because they're extremists. It's because they're actually following what Muhammad told them to. Muhammad rebuked the moderate. He said they were not okay. They were, however, there was not an exception, but an excuse for the masses. One of his men came to him and asked him about that. Well, we're supposed to be out here martyring ourselves, dying and fighting and all that kind of stuff. But then we have these other people that are just sitting at home doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's a paraphrase. And well, every nation needs supplies. That's basically what he explained. It's like you have to have people that are having babies, to replace losses. You got to have people that are growing the food, farming, providing money so they can continue to advance Islam. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. So just because they're they're not in the field, bombing somebody or attacking somebody or forcing conversion or whatever, doesn't mean that they're any better. They're just supporting. Mm-hmm. From the sidelines, just like we do. Yeah. As a nation, let's say we're in World War II, right? Mm-hmm. You may not be the guy going to the front lines, but you're paying your taxes. You might be supporting in other ways. You're providing support, that kind of thing. That's why I say that, because they will celebrate the murder, of others.
I just want to say I completely agree with that, and I just need to clarify. I'm talking about like their very basic core principles, which include like honesty and telling the truth, giving charity to the poor, loaning money without charging interest, and like very basic stuff. Everything else outside of those things supports the extremists in some way. Not all of it, but a lot of it supports the extremists, which I don't agree with.
Except those things you just mentioned only contain for Muslims. So they have the whole concept of lying for the advancement of Islam. As long as you're lying to non-Muslims, it's okay, right? The non-interest only goes for Muslims, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. At least that's my understanding.
The more you
correct
know.
me if you find otherwise. That like the Muslim banks, they don't do that for non-Muslims. From my
no, they don't.
If I am wrong,
they're complete xenophobic. I mean, they believe if you're not part of their little club, then you're not part of their culture and everything else. Then
like there are certain things that I think that and because the Christian community used to follow certain basic things, right? Big on family, right? Having lots of kids, honesty, all that kind of thing, 10 Commandments kind of stuff. They don't follow any of that. They have families and lots of kids. Multiple wives in many cases.
I'm down with the multiple wives.
I'm all for that. That's the thing. Any society that wants to survive into the future has to have a family structure, and they have to be able to pass those values on to the next generation. Unfortunately, the West has abandoned that. Yep. Muslims have not. They're doubling down, which means that if we continue on the same path, they will replace us.
Yep, absolutely.
I
was going to say, as a whole, they're just not compatible with Western laws and Western culture.
No, they're not.
Sorry, I get a little fired up on it because I actually do. I think that while the Democrat Party is the greatest domestic threat to America, they are the ones that are allowing the Muslims to become the next great threat. They encourage it and
completely
bring on the Crusades. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, there is a lot of history behind it, man. I mean, you go back to Lebanon and other countries. They have a strategies. What we're seeing in England is not new. They've done this in other places. They immigrate first. They pretend to be peaceful. They all act nice and all that kind of stuff, and they will blow smoke up Christians' butts. But we respect Jesus. No, you don't. You call him a liar.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what they're saying when they say that
a heretic and a liar.
Yeah,
Jamie's going hardcore this week.
They do. A lot of them think that they do respect him. But how can you respect somebody if you think that they lied about being the Son of God?
Yeah.
How can
he's a representative. He's not actually the Son of God.
Right? If he lied about that, then why would you respect him? If he lied about if course, that's also really weird. But there goes a whole thing about where the God that they believe in, they believe he's a God of deception. They think that God set all of that up to deceive people, and it's like, okay, if he did all that to deceive people, then why would you worship him? I don't understand it.
And what do the Muslim women get? You get nothing. You
Zero.
lose.
Yeah. Good day, sir.
Right? I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, I go on this too much, but yeah, it's a ongoing problem.
It's okay.
For
It's
the
a nice
West,
filler.
and I mean, by the time it becomes a worse problem, I'm probably going to be old and dead. But if it continues on this path, then your kids and even my grandkid and stuff will have to deal with this stuff directly.
Yeah. That's I hear the Templars have come back.
I'm
maybe time for
don't have
another
any problems with
crusade.
that, actually. Okay, guys. Well, let's see what else.
Time to move on.
Yeah, well, let's see what else we got on this.
Sorry.
It's all right. We all are used to the rants. Let's see here. Give Ibn Salam an inch, and this is exactly what you're talking about, and it will take your country, your women, and destroy your culture and values. A Muslim preacher in Britain saying, we Muslims don't care about British values and laws. We just want to enforce Sharia law.
Yep. And once there's too many of them to fight against, that's when they start taking over.
Yep.
They're like, it was all a lie, and it's too late now.
Yep.
You guys are out. We're the majority now, and we're in control.
Yep. Historically, it starts when they reach a strong minority. They don't have. You don't have to be a majority to win.
No.
You just have to have a strong enough minority, certain people in places of power, and then because most people will hide in their homes and they won't fight.
Yeah.
They'll just wait, see what happens.
Most where is it? Ireland or
what?
Or England? Most of the heads of state or whatever parliament is all Muslim.
Oh, that's the UK.
UK, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, it's not a majority of them, but it's a lot of them.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
And that's where those things start. Just put them in positions of power, and suddenly it's too late for you to fight back.
And they'll get out and vote too.
Yeah.
They don't believe in democracy or any of that stuff.
But they'll use it against us.
To use it against us. It's a weakness.
Here's some more horrible shit from their culture. Muslim fathers rape and murder their own daughters for being too westernized.
Why
after they adopt British culture and values. And that's the sad thing. Did you know they're about to execute someone in Iran? The first female, when she was protesting. And she's a virgin. So before her execution, they're going to rape her.
Yep.
Because
I've heard that.
Because in their belief, in their culture, if you're a virgin and you die, you immediately go to heaven.
Yep.
So by raping her, when they execute her, she'll go to hell.
Okay.
That makes no sense.
What about the rapist? What if?
It's perfectly acceptable.
It was God's will.
Yeah, it was God's will. Yeah.
That's okay.
Completely twisted, but
like putting your thumbs on the scale.
And here's a woman that's probably going to be dead probably pretty soon. Fearless British woman slams the British Prime Minister for erasing British culture to appease his Muslim voters. Her statement has struck a nerve along Muslims. Just look at the reaction from the Muslim, this little piece of shit. He insists that British culture is outdated and should be confined to private spaces. Well, that's funny. That's kind of how I feel with Islam and everything else. In fact, that's kind of how all religions should be. That's why we have churches. You want to go to church? Well, even the Christian church, like stuff like that. You want to go over there and somebody do it in church, do it at home. I don't want to see it.
There's a massive difference. The United States is heavily rooted in Christian culture from the beginning.
It's also Catholic culture and everything else.
Our Constitution, our laws are heavily rooted in Christianity.
Our first documents
not Islam.
state all men are created equal.
Yeah.
Except for blacks and Jews and Chinese people.
In God we trust.
Israel Muslims have nothing to do with that. They were not a part of our cultural beginnings or roots or values. They're not the same. They're not compatible.
I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying if you're going to be doing your if they're saying, well, you need to do your own shit and your own private thing, so do they. I don't want to see any religion like out and about and up front. That's why you build churches.
There's a high likelihood that Muslim man there is just thinking, why is this woman allowed to speak?
No shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking, well, I need to rape her to get her into heaven.
Speaking of that, when
So
Muslims
she
punish a woman and they rape the woman, because it's a very common punishment they do.
Yeah.
Who decides who does the raping?
I thought it was like
Rochambeau.
I was actually curious about that. It's like, the guys sign up for it or something to be like, I want to volunteer for this?
A dedicated, like an executioner is like, he's off today. We're going to have to hold off the execution.
Son of a bitch.
Until tomorrow.
Is that what they do? I don't know.
All right, 29 Muslim men raped a 13-year-old white girl for years. Deport them all now.
No,
29
execute them.
Yeah, no shit. 29 Muslim men groomed, raped, and exploited one 13-year-old white girl for 7 years in Calderdale. I'm guessing that's over in the UK.
Calderdale.
This vile imported Muslim culture preys on our white girls with no mercy. We protect white girls by deporting every single one of these predators immediately. Britain first. Enough is enough. And the thing is, I don't get. You see all this horrible shit going on in the UK. Preview of coming attractions over here. If we're gonna keep letting this shit happen. Granted, I haven't heard about a lot of rapes and shit like that from like as bad as it's over there, but it's gonna happen sooner or later.
They cover it up. We talked about this on one of our last podcasts, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We talked about how they were covering it up and they just weren't taking the reports seriously. And there were so many, thousands upon thousands of reports of these young girls being raped by Muslims and illegals over there, and they're just like, nope, these weren't handled correctly, and they just threw the reports in the trash.
Oops, I'm sorry. He put a comma when it should have been apostrophe.
The UK is so far gone that they'll arrest like actual British citizens for saying something somebody found offensive. You used the term person instead of sir, and they found it offensive because it could mean any other people instead of the culture that they were. But then right now they're allowing this Muslim patrols, and they were chasing somebody down on a horse and attacking people, and the cops are just standing there watching them, and the citizens are like, hey, aren't you going to do anything? The cops say, what do you want me to do? Pull him off his horse? Like, yeah, I can't do that. I bet you would if he was wearing a Union Jack, you would.
Oh, yeah. Quickly.
But, they're so far gone, it's probably too late for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks because I've never been over there to the actual UK. I've been to Ireland, but I've never been to the actual UK. I've always wanted to go see England and stuff like that. It's a fucking hellhole. My friend Al lives over there, and he daily he'll send me a message like something fucked up that happened over there. It's just like, why would I ever want to go there? It's fucking horrible.
It's like they've been taught to hate their own culture, their own history, their own country, their own people.
They just give it up.
And it's beyond apathy at this point.
Yeah, I think, David, you'd be arrested immediately as soon as you got off the plane.
Quickly.
And then they'll pull up the podcast and be like, remember, you said this? Guilty.
Yeah,
we'd all be arrested for what we've said on here.
Well,
they don't have. We're telling people they do not have freedom of speech.
This one's just all fucked up. Muslim mother justifies marrying off her daughter before puberty. She'll reach puberty at her husband's. The daughter cried, I don't want to get married. My family is forcing me. I'm scared. Engaged at 9 to a 25-year-old.
See, that's one of the things I think is, it's not funny, but it's very common in the Islamic world. Because Muhammad, people forget, he was their perfect man, and he married Aisha, or whatever her name was, when she was 6, consummated at 9. It's like they think he did nothing between those 2 years.
Penetrated at 9.
Yes, penetrated at 9.
Muhammad was a racist.
He did other stuff between those.
Muhammad was a fucking rapist. I'm saying it. Yeah. Come at me.
He used his power and position to get whatever he wanted and whoever he wanted. But the thing is because of that, people will be like, oh, yeah, you're marrying some 9-year-old off to a 59-year-old. And I'm like, I don't care how old the guy is. I don't care if he's 12. You don't marry a 9-year-old to anybody.
No.
That's too young to be doing that. It's not acceptable. Even the most primitive tribes knew to wait until they were at least 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
So they started having some actual development and proper bone development and all of that. That's just ridiculous.
It's fucking retarded. And the thing is that the more and more that we're letting people forget our own values and trying to accept their values, the more it's going to be the downfall of our civilization. UK's already gone. UK's gone. I hope Ireland will be able to get their shit going because they're not putting up with that bullshit anymore. But the UK itself is fucking gone, and if we don't do something soon, the US is going to fall right in line with it.
Did we ever show the video of the veteran in the UK? He fought in World War II.
No, I don't think we did.
And they're asking him, like, what do you have to say after all these years? He's like 100 something. And he said, looking at the world today and the way the UK is, our sacrifice wasn't worth it. All my friends died for nothing. This place is a hellhole.
Yeah.
And he starts crying. And they're like, I'm so sorry you feel that way. But those people, they're I'm so sorry. They're the problem. They're the ones that are what is it? The suicidal empathy and stuff. It's far beyond that now. Way far beyond suicidal empathy.
It's not empathy anymore. It's literally just enabling.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It is like they already know what's going to happen. They're just like, they don't care.
Yeah, it's complete surrender.
Yep.
You know, frankly, the only thing I think that'll save the West at this point is if we have basically the equivalent of the Crusades.
Yep.
You know, and that means not fun, not good. You know, because I don't want things to get like that. But the reality is it's gone too far. Unless they start forcibly removing people and saying you're going to have to get out of our country, you know.
And they should.
Yeah.
But they're not going to.
Yeah. They're not.
Wasn't Trump trying to?
Well, I mean, Trump's trying to, but that, like in the UK, they don't give a fuck. They don't. I mean, it's gone.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the U.S. just now.
Oh, the U.S. I mean, with the U.S. I mean, he's trying, but then you still have all these activist judges that blocking it. So it takes a while. Then it goes to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Of course he can.
I mean, we need somebody to say like, "No, this is too far gone. I'm seizing emergency power, and I'm just going to act like a dictator until this is resolved."
I wonder if Trump can do that. I mean, couldn't he declare martial law and
technically maybe because it's an invasion, possibly.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I see it as an invasion, but it was an invasion that was given permission by government, and that's the thing. You know, you can't legally deport somebody because they're Muslim, right?
I can.
Well,
I wish you could. You know, I actually think that would be plenty of reason for me because back in the old days, like the communists, for example, we didn't let people just immigrate. Communists just come into the country because the ideology wasn't compatible with the U.S.
I would slightly disagree because when you emigrate over here, you give up all your past and the countries that you came from. And you don't have any what's it called? You don't have any loyalty to them anymore, and you have to embrace the laws and the culture here. I mean, especially, you can still have your own culture, but you have to assimilate to ours.
Especially when you're like claiming asylum. It means you're too afraid to go back because of your why would you bring what you're afraid of here?
Exactly. Well, that was one of the things. Well, true. I mean, oh my God, it drives me nuts. One of the things I think that the administration made a good point on exactly what you're talking about. People come here, asylum, but then they go back and take vacations in their home country, you know, several times in a year. If you're afraid, you don't go back and visit your family.
Nope.
Exactly.
So they were talking about people that do that is getting them out. You know, talking about deporting because basically rescinding their status.
They're basically lying when they claimed asylum. It was bullshit.
Clearly, you're not afraid because you went back last week or whatever it was to visit your grandma. Whatever, you know.
All right, guys. Well, that was the douchebag of the week. This culture shit's not going to change. It's only going to get a lot worse before, like we have, like James said, the Crusades or something like that. Me personally, I think most of these Muslims and everything like they come in here, they need to be well vetted, and if they're not, they need to be taken away. Period. They need to be taken away, far away from me and my 7-Eleven and my chili dogs, because I love sitting on the toilet eating a chili dog, at least 5 that same day. But I digress. It is now time for James's takeaways. James, will you please take it away?
James takeaways. Hear his voice resound in the heart of a moment. The wisdom's found. Every thought's a treasure. Every laugh's a win. With confidence, we'll let the journey begin.
Takeaways. Let's see. Do I have it ready?
No.
I do actually. I just got to find it because I forgot to put it on the page. All right, here we go. It's a short one. But it should be okay. All right. Customer service used to mean helping people. Now it's a maze.
Mm-hmm.
Press 1, press 2, talk to a robot, get transferred, explain your problem 5 times, and still you end up back at the beginning. By the time you reach a real person, you don't even want help anymore. You just want closure. Yes. What spawned this? I had a moment where I had to make a customer service call for issues with my phone, and and I just kept getting a runaround.
Oh my god!
Go through like 4 different people before finally one person knew the answer. Was able to correct the issue. It was a billing issue, and boom, done. It's not even a difficult issue.
But you were lucky. Some people don't even get that. Some people, they get stuck in the loop, like repeat your issue. Oh, and then they finally get to like, sorry, there's no one available to take your call. Goodbye, and it just auto hangs up on them. They can never get to a person.
It's like this. They're putting so much of this shit on AI nowadays. It just fucking sucks.
Yep. It's even worse now because of that.
Yeah, AI is making computer components way too expensive now.
Everything is more expensive as far as computer. I mean, the amount of RAM I've thrown away, I'm just like, now I'm like, oh my god, I could have bought a brand new car for what I could have sold it to afford.
Seriously.
Ridiculous.
And that was James' takeaways. We hope you enjoyed it. It's always a fun one.
Yeah, do better with your customer service.
Yeah,
companies.
please.
Stop worrying about we need 0.00001% more profit this year, so let's cut all of our customer service staff. And we'll replace it with recordings.
Yeah, no shit. All right, guys. Well, it's time for the game. Go ahead and hit the intro.
You know what time it is, baby. It's time to play some fucking games. My nipples are so hard right now.
All right, guys. Today we're going to play some Quiplash 3. And after this, I am going to go watch WrestleMania. So,
so we're going to run through this?
Well, this one's actually pretty short. But I still gotta have time to go out, edit this damn podcast, upload it. Then I can go ahead and watch WrestleMania.
You see how he talks about our precious podcast as this damn podcast?
Yes.
I'm getting tired of it, are you?
Pretty much.
You ready to call it quits?
The guy who reads stuff and makes it slightly funnier.
Surprise.
And if you're not in the game, put in the room code and join the audience. Your vote counts too.
Yes, for all of our many listeners that we're not live streaming with.
Okay,
nobody wants to listen to me anyway.
You're about to see a couple of different prompts on your device. Enter your best response for each, then go head to head against another player's best stuff. Oh, and everyone else gets to vote on their favorite. You get points based on the percentage of people who choose your answer. Off we go.
Let's hope this works, because as we all remember, the game crashed on me and James last week.
It's because I wasn't here.
I mean, probably. All right.
Finally, let's see some action.
Let's see what we got here.
At the front of the line is...
I couldn't think of anything.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into blank. Punch in your vote.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Gotta love those Casablanca references.
And next, Captain Crunch's nickname at the Naval Academy. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
What? That's a good one.
Damn it.
Pretty crunchy balls is
Next
also
up,
good.
the dumbest thing to buy in bulk. All right, vote for the one you like best.
It's true.
That was round 1. Reminder that those all go on your permanent record. Let's see the scores.
That looks like a giant blue cock. I'm just saying.
It does.
Just thinking about dicks.
Maybe Dick's Sporting Goods or Dick's Last Resort.
Round 2.
Please sponsor us.
Please,
The
please.
points are doubled and the pressure is on.
All right, what do we got here?
I already know what you're going to say.
I hope you didn't embarrass yourself.
I always do.
And the first prompt is a prank Abe Lincoln loved to play at the White House. Okay, time to choose.
Come on.
And now, the discontinued Nobel Prize, the Nobel Prize in blank. And now, pick your favorite.
Fuck is this?
Cockology.
And here we
Highly reputable. Should have never been taken away.
cursed me, and now I'm doomed to a life of blank. All right, choose your favorite.
Yeah.
He hates me.
And
No, that was just a good answer.
the same is true of your score.
Oh, finally some points.
Step right up to Thriplash. One last chance to
Sounds
redeem
kinky.
yourself. I'll
It
be
does.
sending each of you a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. Okay, player 2 looks a little freaked, but you'll do great. And you know what an odd number of players means. You'll be going against me. How about that?
Damn it. All right, what do we got here? Da, da, da.
Let's see what you've done. 3 signs. You live next door to a mob boss. All right, people, it's voting time.
Oh,
How did I lose to the computer?
Schmitty.
The 3 worst materials the 3 little pigs could have built their houses out of.
Wow.
Time to pick
Well.
what you like best.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. How did I know?
You should have known.
Wow, this is it. Show us the final scores.
David by a mile. Of course.
Yeah, he won.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Enthrall my day.
Well, that was exciting.
It's always a good day when I win. All right, Ram, final thoughts.
Well, loved the movie. Glad to be back.
Well, we missed you.
Hopefully nobody's spying on me with thermal vision. In my house. see some shit that I'm actually doing.
That is actually kind of funny. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she was like, so what'd you have for dinner? And spaghetti. And she sent me a picture. So am I. And like the next day, I was like, what are you having for lunch? And I was like, oh, I'm having a tuna fish sandwich. And she sent me a picture. What the fuck? Do you have a camera at my goddamn house? James, final thoughts.
My final thoughts, same thing. Glad to be back. It's a great day. Yeah.
You're already here. You weren't gone last week.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
For the audience, we were.
For the
audience.
Like, subscribe, share,
buy his books,
comment,
buy his books.
Yes.
If you guys don't buy his books, there will be more reviews.
Yes.
That is a threat I will hold dear.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be any more reviews if you don't buy the books.
Yep. Get on there and comment. And tell
Exactly.
Ram
There
to do
will
the
be more
top
reviews if he does not. You do not buy his book.
Buy his books
and stop the reviews.
Your Messiah. I don't know what you want. You're saying the reviews are bad? Are a bad thing?
I know. Get on there and tell me what I should write next, because I've got like a bazillion ideas.
We've already talked about this. An exotic pop-up book. we brought this up multiple times. Mm-hmm. You just don't want to take the run with it.
He just wants a sexy pop-up book.
I do not.
I want to go blind. Damn it! I want to open up a pop-up book and go. Oh my eye!
I do novels.
Damn wrong, Jeremy. Mm-hmm. My final thoughts are, I hope everyone had a wonderful day with us gone. The shorts are doing really well. The joke of the week I've been putting on there, been doing pretty well.
I can't believe it.
What? The joke of the week are actually doing pretty good. They're getting a couple hundred views every time.
Nice.
But that's YouTube. Everything's going short, just like my penis. And with that, fuck off.
Alrighty.
Thank you for listening. We hope you